Now we're live. It didn't say it though, did it?
No, I kept waiting on.
It did usually says it on there, but it didn't say it this time.
Well, we've been live for 15 seconds and just now saying a word. I gotta say what day it is because it's not normal day. Today is Sunday, September the 17th at 4 o'clock Central Time. What an odd time, right?
What an odd time.
We got to be finished by 5 because Nick and Zoe are coming on.
I thought they said they were at 3.
No, 5.
Oh. He said they've been doing it at 3.
They said that, and then they said they had baseball.
Okay. Okay. 10-4, and then Lester said that they don't go live till 8.
Oh.
So we all try to do it.
I'll be in the bed by then.
We all try to get it,
coordinated.
We don't want to be intersecting with anybody out there. So
That's
what
right.
is going on, y'all? Hope y'all having a great Sunday. We of course, our live was postponed yesterday, and that was because that we were out of town, and so I saw some people saying, "Well, are y'all gonna be on Sunday morning?" And we're like, "No, church." So you got church, and we didn't want it to interrupt, people being in church and all that. So.
Well, I just saw some people saying NFL football.
Oh.
So we're obviously interrupting again.
Oh, well, we can't
please everybody.
We can't please everybody. We don't think about NFL football here at all.
We don't have an NFL team here in Alabama.
Zero. It is college football is king here.
Is there anyone from college playing today?
No, sure. Not today.
Maybe
just that first week they do it, and then that's it. They don't do it anymore after that. So, but hello everybody. I hope y'all having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday out there. And man, what a week! So we've had some we've been out of town, and we had some business that we wanted to take care of, and y'all, we have got some exciting stuff coming in the future that we've been working on really, really hard on. I know that Ryan has been working hard with us too, and we got some new stuff in the coffee coming out. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, we've been working really, really hard on some things. Not only coffee though, we got some other stuff planned in the near future that we think everybody's gonna love as well.
We hope it's going to work out.
We hope it's going to work out.
It's kind
Fingers crossed.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. And that's where we are.
I think it's going to work out. But anyways, we've been real busy trying to get all this going. And so fingers crossed it is going to work out. New coffee stuff, though, I'm still seeing about K-Cups. When are we going to get K-Cups? When can y'all do K-Cups? We actually Ryan looked at a K-Cup machine. And it's a machine that will put our coffee in these K-Cups. And he said, you're probably not going to want to do that right now. Because y'all listen to this. A machine that puts our coffee in them K-Cups. You will not believe how much that is. It was, go ahead, I saw you fixing to say something.
No, you go ahead.
$15,000 to $20,000 for a K-Cup machine.
But
yeah,
I haven't looked on Marketplace yet.
Maybe there's a coffee company going out of business.
That's what I was thinking when you told me that I'm going to look around on eBay and Marketplace. And I mean, there are things that don't work out for people all the time.
Right.
And if we can find something to use, that may be an answer. So I am going to be, that's not what we were talking about.
No, but I've answered that question, I know 15 times last week or maybe more. And that's the ones I've saw.
But I haven't had the chance to use. And I am going to go on a search because I'm not above driving to Chicago or, where else could I go? I could go to Los Angeles.
Oh,
I could go anywhere. So if any of y'all have a K-Cup machine just laying around
that makes K-Cups,
I don't want one to brew my coffee with. I want one that's going to seal the K-Cup.
that mass produce
Yeah.
K-cups, and
Yeah.
we would definitely want to do the recyclable ones that would
Oh,
just
yeah,
disintegrate.
biodegradable.
Yeah,
Biodegradable
Right.
is a must. I do not want to fill
Yep.
landfills with all that plastic.
correct. Now we do have the little refillable ones
It's called an adapter,
on our website on the coffee section.
but everybody's Keurig is different.
So that one may not fit, but you can go on Amazon and find those adapters that fit your K-cups or your Keurig machine or whatever brand you have. Now I guess there's probably all different types of brands now.
Oh, I'm
out there.
sure. And some people
Yeah.
said that, the coffee was different grinds.
Mm-hmm.
So you may want to look at that too, because
Yep.
if the grind is too fine, then it may
Right.
go right through the filter.
Right.
So this all depends on you.
So
We're out of the loop on that one.
yeah, the K-cup thing is I don't know, kind of confusing. But if you're a Keurig user or one of those little single coffee users, you may have to do the research yourself on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't help you out.
I
but
wish.
we tell you something that may be wrong.
I wish. So that is it on the K-cup. So we do have some exciting stuff happening with the coffee, and hopefully some exciting stuff happening with some more stuff.
Well, we haven't been live since we launched a subscription, I don't believe.
I believe you're right. That's right. So we've missed two lives, but this is a makeup for one of them.
So the big, most recent coffee news is that we offer subscriptions now.
We do.
So if you're a person that doesn't want to run out of your coffee, you can go to our website, which is www.coghillfarm.com, and get on the subscription list. And you can order that in either whole bean or ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then decaf or regular.
Correct.
2 bags or 4 bags.
Correct.
On and on and on.
And there is you save $1 a bag if you do the subscription too.
Well,
so,
I mean,
so there is a little savings there.
$1 earned is $1, or $1
right.
saved is $1 earned. Is that how it goes?
I think you're right.
I may be, but I may not be.
Something like that, anyways.
So anyway, if you don't want to run out of your coffee and you're one of those people that doesn't have time to sit down, then subscription may be for you.
That's right.
But try it first. Try the coffee first.
Absolutely, try it first.
Make sure you're not gonna be disappointed.
Right.
But I don't want you to be disappointed saying I'm stuck with 4 bags because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. But
no.
Just so I covered all my ground. Try it first.
That's right. Well, I guess the big news besides all that is the harvest. I'm gonna mess this up.
Oh, you just say Petals from the Past meet and greet. That's all you need to say.
Fall Harvest Festival. Did I get it right? I think I got it right. The Petals from the Past meet and greet.
There you go. That's all you need to say.
Absolutely amazing. It was. I'm telling you, I think next time I'm gonna buy me one of those clickers that you click when you count,
actually,
click.
I think Mary Carl has one.
Does she? What's she counting?
Pigeons, I think.
Oh gosh.
I think she has one. I really do.
Oh me. Well, next time.
That's gonna make me.
I would love to know how many people's necks we hug.
How many people's necks we hug?
Yeah, people's
hugs.
It's
people
necks. How many people necks?
Stop.
That don't sound right. It's possessive.
People is plural.
Yeah.
Necks is plural.
Yeah, but I didn't say people's. It was a possessive.
Okay, y'all. There was a bunch of people that came through our line, and we hugged a lot of people too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. If you weren't able to come, we're sorry you weren't there. But I did put out a video today. And some of y'all, I saw some comments. I haven't had time to sit down really, but how come you didn't talk to May Made It? This was people that actually just ended up in front of me.
It was, and it was after it was over with, and so some of the people
had left,
were gone.
Like Ann Dale.
You called her first thing in the morning.
No, dear. That was the night before.
Oh,
that was the night before.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about it, and my friend Catherine over at G&G.
That's right.
I didn't even catch her on camera, and I felt so guilty about it. And I'm sure there's oodles of other ones that I didn't catch.
Mm-hmm.
But I was limited to how far I could run away because we had necks to hug.
We had lots of necks to hug, and we don't mind it.
We don't mind it. It was an amazing time had by all.
Man, it was. It really, really was. We love you guys so much, and I'm telling you, I know that they get excited to meet us, but I just feel so. I'm glowing after we do one of these.
Well, I have never had any hesitation about attending one of them because it's something that we love to do.
Right.
And a lot of people may not feel that way that do the same thing we do. I don't know. I can't speak for somebody else. But we don't look at it as a dread at all. It is an all-day event that's full of fun. From the first person in line to the last person that leaves, you all are just as important to us, whether you came to the event or you didn't. The biggest compliment that I say, me, myself, or Steve, was you are just like you are on the videos in person. And that's us. That's us. We are absolutely no different.
We are no different. We're fun. We laugh a lot. We're goofy. We're silly. We're corny.
We appreciate life. We appreciate each other. We appreciate our family. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
I mean, the list just goes on. And I think our viewers feel the same way. You know, for the most part, I think those are their priorities.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree.
When you feel the same way, you're just one big group.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Now, there were several new things we've done. This is our third meet and greet. Third meet and greet, but we've been to expos instead of a meet. I like the meet and greets better myself as a content creator, or whatever you want to call us, because I like mingling with our fans and our viewers.
Are you saying you like a line that forms?
I like it being set up as a meet and greet because I want to meet and interact with our followers.
Versus what's the alternative?
Like if we go to expo, we don't have anywhere set up, and it's like we walk in and we're kind of walking around in a big crowd, and it's not organized, and we're and so
I guess you're right.
You know, I kind of like the I say expos or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I kind of that's where I got lost. I didn't know what you were calling.
Or a convention, or
I think it's all the same. It's just sometimes lines are organized and sometimes they're not.
Right.
So you like it when there's a line that forms and you have a certain particular spot to stand.
I like that. I like that it's an actual meet and greet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I like. I know. That's just what I like.
Well, I like talking to everybody, and I like hearing where they're from. About halfway through, I started asking what other creators here do you guys watch?
Yeah.
And the good part of this event was there were so many people there that they weren't here just to meet one person.
Oh, no.
They were there and they had multiple families they watched and that they, wanted to meet. And so it wasn't just a, one-way street, so to speak.
Right.
They didn't just come to see Nick and Zoe from Chestnut Hills. They came to see our Brown Farmhouse.
Correct.
And Catherine at Gene. I mean, I'm leaving people out there again, and it was also craft channels. It was the Clack Shack, who has a woodworking.
Yes.
Now we did not get to mingle with the other creators.
We didn't, y'all, because as soon as we got there early.
We thought we got there early.
We got there early, and we had set up pretty much. And as soon as the gates were open, our line formed, and we didn't leave our spot until we got our lunch break. And then we came right back, and we sat there until it was over. And then I was the last speaker, and so I went and spoke. And so as soon as they shut our line down around 3:30, I had to go to the stage because I had to speak at 4. And so then it was the closing ceremonies, and then probably half the creators had already gone. So
that's right. Yeah, a lot of people had left, and so so many people that we didn't get to shake their hand, or we didn't say thanks for coming to our county of Chilton County, which is where we live. nobody came to our house. There wasn't any hangout time. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
Is
I got you.
We didn't have any really downtime. It was just you knew what you were there for, and you got the job done.
It was fun. It was so much fun. And y'all, listen to this. So we had a lady that introduced herself, and she was from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
She drove all the way from Connecticut with her dog, and they camped all the way down here.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my gracious, Connecticut. Can you believe that? It blew my mind that this lovely lady drove from Connecticut with her gorgeous dog.
Mm-hmm. There was somebody from Pennsylvania, too.
We had Pennsylvania, we had California, we had Washington, and we were just we get blown away, from people that travel so far.
And we realized not everybody can do that. So this is no, hey, they did it and you didn't. This is not, This is just telling you guys where some of the people came from.
So Miss Allison from Hen House,
Hen Pet
Homestead,
Hen
who
Pet.
Is Hen? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Hen Pet Homestead. That don't sound right. Anyway, I get confused, y'all.
I know.
I'm sorry. Allison and her wonderful husband Alan, they help us with our lines and keep us straight. They keep us straight.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to keep us straight. Well, she said, guys, you're not going to believe where this next person came from. And I was like, so they said, we think she's the furthest traveled. And so first thing I said was Connecticut. I said, that's Connecticut, because I thought nobody could be higher than Connecticut. She said, no further than Connecticut. And then I said, well, Washington, Connecticut, Washington. So I knew I was 100% correct when she said, no, wasn't Washington. And I said, Canada. I knew then I had it because we have a big, big following in Canada. I said, Canada. And they said, nope. And I was like, further than Canada?
Well, by this time, the lady had opened her mouth.
Yes.
And her voice told all.
So you said UK. Didn't you? Somebody said UK. I don't know who it was because it was starting to be like people were gathering around. They wanted to know where this lady traveled from. And so somebody said the UK. And they said, nope, not the UK, but close. But it was Scotland. Scotland, y'all.
She and her mother were huge fans.
Yes.
And her mother was unable to make the trip.
Yes.
But the daughter did. And we were just flabbergasted.
We were. Since her mother wasn't able to make the trip, you had the great idea of, well, let's make her a personal video.
Yeah.
And so we did. We recorded a personal video. And of course, I'm hoping it got to her mother, and I hope her mother was happy with it. But
the lady, she teared
and Scotland is part of the UK, but I was narrowing it down. But
yeah. The lady teared up, and she was like, y'all have made my trip totally worthwhile. And she was so happy to meet us, and lo and behold, we were happy to meet her as well as everybody else.
Yes.
We don't mean to sound that way,
right?
But it was just amazing. And y'all, when Ryan, the Rooster Roaster, he has a new name from me. Jason calls him Ryan the Roaster, but I have a tendency to call him Ryan the Rooster.
Oh.
But he heard that she was from Scotland, and in his Scottish accent, he could not believe himself.
Yeah,
because he was set up next to us.
Yep.
And he had coffee.
Yes.
And Ryan made sure that she did not go home without coffee.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you go that far, you need some coffee. And he fixed her up, and we were just thrilled.
Right.
Thrilled.
That was awesome. Another person that I met that touched me big time was a lovely young lady who grandparents brought her.
Yep.
And she was a little shy, but they said she's normally not a shy person, but she was a little shy. And this young lady,
I want to say she was 7.
Yeah.
7 years old. Spammer?
Yeah. Make sure I got him. Oh, wrong. It's so complicated, y'all.
Just don't
I'm
worry
sorry.
about it.
Or he's trying to catch women. You know how those guys are. Hey, baby.
Yeah, we know them.
Goodness, user was blocked. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Anyways, so this this lovely young lady, come to find
I don't
out,
know if you ought to put her picture up.
their parents, they said it was okay, but
Okay.
I won't then. Said that she had the same eye condition as I was born with, and that was my left eye. Except my left eye, they said that she had underdeveloped eye muscles.
She had eye muscles, they just weren't developed fully.
And I'm completely missing my eye muscles in my left eye. And I told you that out of 48 years, that's the first time I've knowingly met somebody with that condition.
Yeah, y'all, it was pretty amazing.
It was
to look at her. Hers was her right eye.
Hers was the opposite eye of mine. That's right.
And we do have a picture with her, but I don't feel comfortable sharing it because, permission and stuff like that. But yeah, she has the same condition as Jason, but her muscles are underdeveloped.
Right.
So her eye was just a little bit droopy, and of course I didn't notice it.
Yes.
I did not notice it. The family said she had not undergone any surgeries yet because they wanted to wait, and she may decide she doesn't want to have any surgeries.
She may not. If they did do the surgery, then she would more likely have the exact same surgery that I had, which was experimental at the time, and that would which they still do today, which is amazing.
Yeah. The parents or the grandparents were just so excited to be able to meet us and show the little girl Jason's eye in person. I don't even realize Jason's eye, but if you see him for the first time, especially if he doesn't have his glasses on, it may be a little, catch eye to you.
Right.
There's something a little bit different, but I can't pinpoint what it is. And I just didn't even realize that with the little girl.
I didn't either, but it was cool to talk to him because, that my eye, talk to somebody that your eye doesn't should close when you sleep. My eye doesn't blink, so I have to manually blink it. It doesn't automatic blink. It's not like a normal eye is just. It just blinks all the time. You don't even think about it.
Right.
It's just instant.
Mm-hmm.
My left eye does not blink. I have to manually blink it. And then they said she doesn't complain about her eye being dry. And I told them I've never complained about my eye being dry. I always carry around eye drops with me all the time. And they said that they were going to start doing that.
I'm looking at some eye drops across the way.
I got them everywhere.
Yeah, they go everywhere we do, and
yep.
If we forget them, sometimes we're running in a store to grab some. But Jason's eye, you can look at it after he has been on a computer for a long time or stayed up really late.
Yeah.
If he stays up late night partying,
right,
his party eye shows up the next day.
It does. It does.
Not really partying.
But I used to not keep eye drops around until the eye doctor about 10 years ago, I guess, told me that I need to because I'm developing a scar from just the sun pretty much.
Yeah.
And that I need to keep it hydrated all the time. So, and I told them that too, and they had never heard that. So that was something that they were happy to hear as well. But I was so giddy that I found somebody that had the same thing I had, and I don't know. It was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, we made sure to take pictures, and Jason almost started crying when he saw her.
I did,
and I may have done the same thing. Had I lived all my life and never seen anybody that had the same condition.
It did.
It's kind of amazing.
Yes. So that was awesome. We met so many awesome people. There was two other people. There was a gentleman that had came with his wife, but his wife was unable to make it. She had to stay at the hotel, and we made a video for them.
Yeah,
and that touched him pretty good. And then there was another gentleman that came, and his mother became ill. They've been planning this trip for a long time, and we made them a personal video as well.
And he ended up winning something at the end.
He did, and I was so happy that he did.
We gave away we created a basket that was for giveaway, and it just had some of our, things that we love. Coffee for one.
That's right.
Just different things, hat, and gave that away at the end. They just drew a name out of the hat. The lovely Eleanor from Head Family Farm did the the honors of calling out the numbers. And we had one lady. What lady? She's not a lady. She's a girl. She won multiple things, you had to pay $1 for the ticket, and the numbers just so happened to be random, at the end. And this little girl, Vivian, she won 3 different things.
She did.
So I bet she was glad she stayed till the end.
I bet she was.
She got some good stuff.
Because there was a couple of people whose name got called out and they weren't there.
They weren't there. Yeah.
So it was awesome. I will say this. I got a ton of feedback about the kids channel. If you guys don't know about the kids channel, we have started a Cog Hill Farm Kids, and it is the kids channel. And we try to target, my target audience on it is somewhere around 5 and younger, but anybody can watch it. I mean, anybody can watch it.
95.
Anybody can watch it.
0 to 95 to 105. Well, 115, we'll say.
That's right. So anybody can watch it, but y'all, oh my gosh, I may start crying now. I've had a lot of kids that are special needs, especially autistic children, and we have gotten a lot of feedback from them.
So one of them is somebody that's kind of local to us, and that is Reed Creek Homestead. I may be saying that wrong. Reed Family Homestead. I'm sorry, Lauren. I just got kind of messed up there, but let me see if I can say that right. Reed Creek Homestead and Hatchery. And that is Lauren, and she has a little girl who has level 3 autism, and they have had a very hard time with their child trying to figure out what hits, what doesn't. And Lauren sent us a little video of her daughter watching the latest video where, well, not the latest video, because the latest one was colors.
Colors was the latest.
But the one before that was sounds. And so the little girl was watching the video, and Jason saying, "What does the rooster say?" And the little girl's nonverbal, and the little girl made a rooster sound.
She did.
And she caught it on video. And to be able to share that with us, as you can see what happened to him, that's his whole point, is he wants to put a smile on somebody's face. And I mean, that's way above and beyond what he set out to accomplish, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I've had several emails and messages as well with other autistic children,
or special needs in other ways.
Special needs in other ways,
and not special needs in other ways.
And they said that that they couldn't believe it.
They were getting reactions that they didn't know that their children were even capable of. That one that I mentioned just so happens that I know her. We actually met her at the event. Lauren came to the event. The little girl did not come. It would have been a little too much for her, which we understand. But Lauren shared that with us, and it just made a happy heart for all.
Ooh, it did. That was unreal. We've had teachers say that they are showing it to their children, or to their classroom.
That's their children.
That
for
is
8
their
hours
children.
Out of the day, I guess.
And that touched me as well.
7
I couldn't
hours.
believe it. It was so the kids channel has been,
I would say you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not getting 1 million views, of course, but that's not the purpose.
No,
the purpose
not
is
at all.
to make somebody happy, and to for somebody to tell you that they appreciate it and that they thank you, and that's all you need to hear.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really touched me. So if some of you guys don't know, there are 3 episodes now.
That's right.
We have the one where I show everybody about the goats, and then I did sounds on the farm, and the recent one that came out yesterday was colors. And they've been so much fun. They have been so much fun.
Y'all, let me tell you something. So, like yesterday, I'm asking Jason, you got anything in mind about what we're going to do this week? You know, we kind of need to have some things in mind ahead of time. No, I'll think about it. We'll decide tomorrow. Okay, no big deal. I guarantee he knows what he's going to do next Saturday. He doesn't know what 3 videos are going to happen this week, but he knows what's going to happen next Saturday.
That's right.
Don't you, Jason?
I do.
Okay, there we go. Just to clear that up a little bit.
Yeah.
That tells you what you need to know.
That's right. I do love the channel a lot, though. I really do. It's been a lot of fun. Well,
I can definitely tell that you have taken all the criticism, being constructive,
yes,
to heart,
yes,
and in a good way, and made some changes that needed to be made. But I think we've kind of leveled it out. You know, there's not been anything else that people.
Not really.
I mean, you can always improve on things.
I don't always improve on things. I think one thing is the pacing of it, and I think so. I did a lot of research on the kids channel versus, you know, the other one, and the kids channel is a little more fast paced.
Well, you have to be to keep kids interested,
because their attention span is a lot shorter than ours. So the screen does change, you know,
pretty rapidly,
quite faster than the regular channel. So that's me trying to keep the kids' attention span. So that's why it's a little bit different. And I think once you get used to that, you'll realize what I'm doing on that. And that's been the only thing recently. And it hasn't been bad at all. It's just been, you know, it's a little bit faster or something like that. So,
but our minds as adults do not work the same as children.
They don't.
And to keep a child's attention, you got to think fast.
Yeah.
So otherwise, they're up and they're gone.
And plus, to this day and time, I think attention spans are even shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
I think you're right.
So the pacing is a little bit faster, and that's why it's just me trying to keep the kids' attention spans there.
Yeah, you have to think outside the box sometimes and realize that their minds don't work like ours do.
Right. So, anyways, that was the kids' channel.
There's Lauren, Reed Creek.
There she is.
Homestead and Hatchery.
Here we are.
Hey, Lauren, we were talking about you earlier. So if y'all don't follow Reed Creek Homestead and Hatchery, it's REED Creek, CREEK, Homestead and Hatchery. They have a Facebook page. Lauren she's got some new things going on. Girl, I don't know how you do it, but she's a busy lady and she's got her hands full.
She does have her hands full.
And she has beautiful chickens that lay beautiful colored eggs. She has some homemade products that she's selling at a local store local to her. But y'all go over and give her a follow at Reed Creek Homestead and Hatchery and just see what she has to offer.
Another thing that I would like to announce is that we were in this month's, or it's actually a fall month, but this month's
it's like a quarterly thing.
It's like a quarterly thing. It's called Good Grit Magazine. It's a big magazine publication out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Grit, GRIT.
And if you missed that article, it is on their website. It's Good Grit.
No.
Mag.com. Oh, sorry.
www.good grit mag mag.com.
I will say that is probably, we've been in several magazines and publications, but I would say that is probably one of the most fun, well-written articles that get us that I've ever read. The author totally got what we're about. You know, we've been in, you know, farming magazines or chicken magazines or whatever like that, and it's, it's more towards, article about chickens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was about us, and it was so well done. So well done.
And I think that's what our farm is about. Our farm is about our family.
Yeah.
And our animals are our family, and our followers are our family. It's not that we raise chickens and that's what we're known for, or goats or whatever. It's a family thing, and it's us taking care of our animals as a family.
Right. But I will say this. But and then they also talk about how fun we are and how we laugh, and it's so much fun. And that we're not your, it's outside the box when you watch our channel, and they hit it all right there.
According to our 13-year-old, we're weirdos, but that's okay. I take that and I say, yay! That's what I strive to be, is a weirdo.
I posted a link to it on Facebook, and I posted a link to it on our YouTube community page. So if you can't find it, it's there. If you go to there, it's under, I forget. It was fairly easy for me to find though. But if you can't find it, I'll try to post some more links up. I'll post a link in this video.
Yeah, right.
In the live.
Don't count on it.
And I'll post it there.
He's telling a story.
So funny thing though. So the photos in it were done by Jacqueline.
Yes.
So Jacqueline handled the photos.
Jacqueline Head at Head Family Farm.
And so, I told them that, they had to give her credit, and they did. And I think Jacqueline may have been looking for a copy of the magazine. So late last night, she sent me a text, and she said, "You're not going to believe this, but that issue is sold out."
Well,
and so
I hope they send us one, because we don't even have a copy.
We don't even have a copy. So I was like, well, maybe that happens. Maybe they only print so many and it's sold out. So I went to their website and looked. That's the only issue that's ever been sold out. And it goes all the way back to 2015. So, and it may not even be us. It may have not sold out because of us. I have no idea.
We hope it did, though.
That issue is sold out. So if you want a hard copy of that issue,
you're out
of
luck.
Gone. So anyways, we just thought that was fun. I couldn't believe it. That was so well done. It was really, really well done. I loved it.
If y'all have been watching us for any length of time, we're serious when it comes to our animals. We're serious about our family.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that we're not serious, but I'm saying that we're fun.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be criticized about little nitpicky things that are not important to us, such as grammar or the way we pronounce things. And it's all in fun. We're just normal people. Right. I do not have an English degree.
No.
I do not wish that I had an English degree. Okay?
That's right.
So we do the best we can.
That's right.
And we just have fun, and we're not looking for any kind of negativity. We want you guys to have fun. Bottom line.
Yep, we're fun folks.
We're fun folks. So I'll just leave it at that. There's no need to get nitpicky about anything.
That's right. What do you got to talk about today? Anything?
I told you.
I've been talking the whole time.
I told you that I hope you got this live covered, because I don't have anything to say.
I'm babbling Jason today.
Babbling,
Jason.
Well, I do have one thing to say. So there was a friend of ours that came from Louisiana.
Yes.
And she brought with her some seasoning, and there's a little card in here. Oh, it got lost.
It just dropped.
Okay, so this seasoning is called Camp Dog, CAMPDOG. Okay, Camp Dog seasoning. They fixed this up, this little basket to try, and we're going to do a live test of their original seasoning and their mild blend. So it's never been.
Well, I want to tell a little story behind this.
You tell them.
So the gentleman that started this, and I hope I get this right, the gentleman that started this, his wife.
My finger's stuck.
Oh, goodness. We're going to call the fire department. His wife had to get on a low sodium diet.
Whew.
And so he wanted, because a lot of these seasonings are just overloaded with sodium. And
Carry on.
So he wanted to come up with a low sodium one, and that's how he came about this.
Yes, because if you guys are anything like us and you use seasoning, which if you cook, you use seasoning.
Yeah.
You wake up in the middle of the night and you're like this. Your water's empty. You're trying to get some more because it's so salty. I didn't have this one open.
I was going to open it.
Okay.
Plus, I only have one kidney, as most of you guys know. I was born with one kidney, and I have to watch my sodium intake because that's one thing that can cause me issues later down the road. Is it good?
It is. It's very good. That one's a little hot to me.
Well, that one says original, and
I
this
know.
one says mild. They're from Louisiana, so this is probably nothing to them.
Probably
You know what I mean?
not. But I think they show a... Oh, guess what?
That is good.
There's a website.
What is it, Brooke?
www.camp, C-A-M-P-D-O-G, Cajun, C-A-J-U-N, seasoning.com. That's really good.
It's good.
So we thank Scott very much for sending us.
That's good.
What is this one?
That one's jalapeno.
We're not going to open all
Or
of
either
this stuff.
habanero, but I bet it's jalapeno.
This one says hot sauce.
This one's jalapeno hot sauce.
Okay. And then we've got some breading in here.
Yes.
But I just wanted to say thank you to them for giving us the seasoning because we're not salty people at all. And this is low sodium.
It's low sodium.
It is a little spicy.
It does have sodium in it, but it is low sodium.
Compared to what most.
I was curious because this says 190.
Uh-huh.
I was curious like what a normal one has in it.
Michael Key, grab your Southern flavor and see what the sodium.
I know Michael.
I saw him on here.
Michael Key's probably got a pantry that has all his rubs and stuff in
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's a barbecue king here.
So we just need to know the milligrams. Trying to act like I'm from Scotland. Of sodium.
Man. Hey, that is good though. That really is good.
There he is.
That is good.
Tell about the chip dip. Michael, we did. We did not.
We talked about getting it.
We did. Michael Key. Okay. I thought that was the guy that sent us the. So, if you watched our, I don't know, live, we were talking about this stuff. It was called burnt ends dip.
Mm-hmm.
Burnt ends dip. I got to find the picture. Well, my mama just so happened to be going to Walmart that evening. And she said, is there anything y'all need? And I said, well, as a matter of fact, there is. We need this burnt ends dip. She came back and she had some burnt ends. But it was not.
It wasn't
burnt
the dip.
Ends dip.
It wasn't the dip.
So she said they were sold out of it, but they weren't because I went the next day and I was able to come up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate my mama trying to get it. I don't mean that, but this is what it looks like. It is available at Walmart and it's made by Marketplace, which is, I believe, the Walmart brand.
Mm-hmm.
It says Smokehouse Burnt Ends Dip. Oh my gracious, y'all. So this thing looks big, right?
It's not.
To me on the screen, it looks big. And I'm thinking to myself, it's kind of, I mean, it's $7, which is kind of expensive to me. The little thing's about that big.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason and I ate the whole container at one sitting.
It wasn't very big.
But it was very good.
It was delicious.
It was phenomenal.
You know, I'm thinking you could probably make that yourself.
I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to try. Oh, it was so good. I'm just going to continue to buy that.
So our Brown Farmhouse says that they cannot find it in Orlando or Tampa.
The
burnt ends dip.
Look on your Walmart app like you're doing a pickup and type in what is it called again?
Yeah.
Type in Smokehouse Burnt Ends Dip. And that's how we found out that our Walmart had it. Because it wasn't in a location where it should have been.
Somebody said they used crusty bread.
That makes me want to go get some.
That would have been really good.
So we used the little scoops chips.
Yes.
But I think you could have eaten it on What's something nasty? I think you could have eaten it on. This is gonna make y'all Australians real mad. On that toast with
the Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
And put the burnt ends on it still would have been good.
It probably would have been delicious.
It would have been delicious.
You know, I was telling you the other day, you know, 5 years ago, it seems like 780 milligrams in Southern Flavor.
Wow. So this is low sodium seasoning.
Wait, that's 7 times less.
You might want to say what you're saying because nobody realizes.
Oh, you talking about the sodium?
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Key went and looked at one of his other rubs or seasonings like this one
that we frequently use,
and it's called Southern Flavor, which is made in our hometown, Selma, Alabama. And he says it's 780 milligrams versus 190.
That's a lot.
Crazy.
That's a lot of difference. So that is low sodium.
That is low sodium. Wow. And you can't even tell it's low sodium.
No, not at all.
I guess because it's got so much spice and seasoning in it. That's pretty awesome.
We're going to have to use that because I don't want to grab my water in the middle of the night.
I like that.
What were you talking about?
Oh, we're talking about burnt ends and stuff. It seems like 5 years ago, y'all, a brisket was like one of the cheapest cuts of meat you could buy.
I think you're right.
But all of a sudden, it has just exploded in popularity. And everybody wants to cook a brisket now. And they have just skyrocketed in price. And that's what burnt ends are. It's the brisket. Typically, when I think of burnt ends, it's the end of the brisket.
Mm-hmm.
Now they may call burnt ends something else, but that's what this is. Burnt ends is brisket. So it's just crazy how much.
What's the flavor of the dip?
It's got a lot of cream cheese in it.
It tastes smoky, like burnt ends.
It's smoky. It's got cream cheese in it. It's really, really good. It's really good. But I cannot believe how much a brisket costs now.
And wings are the same way. Look at how cheap you used to buy chicken wings.
Ain't that something?
And now, I mean, that's got to be like a specialty item.
It's crazy.
You know, you only get chicken wings at Christmas.
But they teach us that early on, supply and demand.
Supply and demand. Everybody decided they wanted to eat chicken wings or brisket, and the price went up.
Isn't that crazy? Somebody said oxtails is the same way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Huh. It is crazy how, I don't know, it's just, I guess just the shift. And I guess social media being so big and internet being so big that
they share recipes and people go out and start trying to mimic them and recreate it. And, well, you can't blame them, you know.
No.
The way to a woman's heart is through her stomach.
Yeah, somebody said wings are double than legs.
That's crazy. I mean, it's ridiculous. I told my mama not too long ago, I said, Mama, this pack of wings was $14. And I buy them and I separate them myself and I freeze half of them because you're the only one that eats them.
Yeah.
But I buy the big family pack because it's the best value, but it still is ridiculously priced.
It's crazy.
Everything is, though. I mean,
because especially with a brisket, I mean, that's a tough piece of meat. You have to cook it for a long time.
You have to cook it for a long time.
It is a lot of work involved.
That's why I said we are not making our own smoky end dip.
Oh, I bet you could do something different, though, that would be similar. I've seen these people do where they take the cream cheese and they leave it as a block and they smoke them. They put their seasoning on it and smoke that. That looks really good.
I'm trying to watch what I eat.
I know.
You're talking about all this.
I know.
Fantastic stuff.
I know. But it does sound good.
Well. Yep. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So we talked about the meet and greet. There were a couple of videos that I did. One of them was the meet and greet. The other one was the cat door. So I did get the cat door put in, as you saw in the video. If you didn't, go check it out. We have not had a chance to let the cats try it out. But I am going to leave the flap up to where they will just have an opening. They won't have to hit the actual door for a little while until they get used to it.
Right.
What else? The Story of Us.
Seeing the short ribs. They're saying short ribs used to be really cheap, but now they're not cheap no more. They've gone up as high as everything else. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's
crazy. So the other video that I did was The Story of Us.
Yes.
And I did that because a lot of you guys were like, how did y'all meet? So I did a video on how we met, and it's an interesting story because we didn't know each other initially and lived in the same town.
We sure didn't.
I knew Michael Key, but I didn't know Jason.
Ain't that something? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just the way the ball rolls. And we lived in a small town too.
They live in a small
So if you didn't
town.
get to see that video, maybe go check it out. And then you did an update on the fruit orchard.
I did do an update on the fruit orchard. And I think I answered pretty much everybody's questions about the fruit orchard and the fruit trees and how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. And
well, there were a lot of I went to that video
Yeah.
and looked that contains questions. There were oodles of questions on that video.
Was it?
It was people that want to know, what do you spray for? How do you spray? When do you spray? Why do you spray? What do you do if you have blight? I mean, it was more questions on that video than anything else.
I did do a blight where I got blight. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not spray hardly at all this year. I really didn't. I sprayed during blight season and I still messed up.
Yeah, because you missed it.
I missed it.
One.
And so I don't know. It was it was such a hot summer this year. And two, I knew I wasn't going to have that much fruit this year because it's only a year and a half old.
Yeah, and you don't expect to have a lot of fruit in the first year, especially.
Oh, the first year you really don't want any fruit on a fruit tree.
And that was a lot of the questions. Is how much? Why did you not get any fruit?
Yeah.
Why did you not get any fruit this year? And that's why.
Yeah. Well, it's a year and a half old, so my first year I pulled all the fruit off. So I was really, really focusing on growing a tree. This year has been kind of the same thing. So year 3, I should be getting some more. I should be getting some fruit next year. I had to replace some trees, so they weren't even a year old.
And another question that I saw was, will you replace the trees that were killed in the freeze?
Yes.
That was a question I saw over and over.
Yes, we had blueberries, but we're not going to do that until it's getting close.
Well, it's getting close, and y'all want to know why it's getting close? Because it feels good outside today.
Y'all, oh my gracious! This morning it looked like it was going to rain.
It did.
There was nothing on the radar, and then I thought, well, maybe there's a forest fire somewhere or something, but it didn't smell any smoke.
No, it was just dense fog advisory.
It was just, and the temperature, y'all, I don't know what it is now. Do you know what it is now?
91 is the last I saw, but the 91 is okay because the humidity is much lower.
It has been
and that's
awesome.
What's making it feel so good is the humidity.
It has been awesome. So if you're a gardener and you're wanting to plant anything, roses, perennials, fruit, shrubs, y'all, we're getting really, really close. I mean, you could probably, depending on what zone you're in, we're in zone 8. We're getting close to planting.
And I'm getting giddy too, because we got all kind of stuff we want to do. We want to landscape. We want to get our fencing done so we can work on this landscaping that's going to come. We want to plant trees up and down our driveway. It's just a lot to look forward to.
It is.
But it's not time yet for us.
Right.
It's not time yet.
But it's getting close. So we want to plant in the fall. That way, those trees or whatever we plant will not be exerting so much energy trying to stay alive or try to produce anything. They're going to be producing roots.
And you don't want to fertilize either.
No, we don't want to fertilize either. So we're going to let our guys produce some roots. And then come spring, and when it gets hot, their root system will be established because they did all that during the fall and winter. And they won't
flourish.
They won't need so much water. It's just way, way, way better to do it when it's cooler versus when it's hot.
We always had to spank my mama every year because in the spring, it's when the azaleas bloom.
Yeah.
And that's when she wants to buy them because she wants to see the color of them. Well, if you plant an azalea in the spring, guess what's going to happen? You're going to stand out there with a water hose when it's 116 degrees.
Yeah.
and look at those plants that are wilted, and they're still not going to perk up after you water them.
Jason always says from Petals from the Past is that fall is for gardening. He says that all the time.
Yeah, if you're a true gardener, then you realize that fall is your moment that you're waiting on.
Yep.
Fall is in Alabama.
In Alabama,
don't know
we're
if
in
it's like
zone
that.
8 now. The further up north you go now, you're probably
Yeah.
going to plant a little bit sooner than we are.
That's right.
And the further south you are, you're probably going to plant a little bit later.
That's right.
But fall is for gardening.
Fall is for gardening, and
Mhm.
fall is for turnip greens and kale and collards. And,
That's right.
And root, all those good things.
Speaking of,
we got seeds.
I
to
got
start.
my seeds to start. We're going to do that this week.
Good deal. I'm excited. I'm ready. I have utilized my greens that I freeze dried, and y'all, it's been so wonderful to have greens in non-green growing weather.
Yeah.
You can't grow greens in Alabama in 100 degrees.
They'll bolt on us.
They're going to have blooms on them, and you don't want that. They'll be bitter and not edible. So my turnip greens, my collard greens are still got a few. But I don't have to worry because we're going to have some fresh ones before too long. And I hope we plant a heap of them because I can pick them and throw a rubber band around them and put them out by the road.
That's right.
And make people happy.
I'm going to, Tanya wants to know when she needs to plant her bulbs. Fall. So I'm going to plant a lot of greens this year. And I think I talked about this. I think I even mentioned
we said we were going to do a podcast or a live that was just about what we're going to plant.
Okay.
But that's not going to happen today.
No, because I don't have it here in front of me. But I will do a video about us starting the seeds and try to get that out this week because I need to start them this week.
Yep, we need to start them this week so they can get ready for their garden place that we have tarped. We have it. I peeked under there the other day, and everything's looking good. Plus, we had sunflowers there as a cover crop in the summertime, so all that good nitrogen. Am I right? Nitrogen.
Yes.
Went into the soil, and the chickens have went across that area.
Lots of more good nitrogen.
Yeah, we can't complain. And I'm so excited about our goats moving to the barn area.
Yes.
Because if they're put up at night, do y'all know what that means? I've already told Jason, I'm going to take one of those big red plastic shovels. Like, they sell them in Tractor Supply and different farm. And I'm going to drill holes in it. Not too big because goat poo-poo is in little balls.
It's like raisinets.
It's like little don't eat it, though. And I'm going to scoop the goat poop up, and that's just going to make our compost that much more better. It's going to make it that much more better.
Right. Way more better.
Yes. And it should be easy to collect because they're all going to be sleeping in one place. So more is good in this case.
I saw somebody ask will we have heat in our greenhouse this year. Yes.
We will.
We got a heater.
We may not need it, but if we do need it, it'll be available.
And
y'all, I have been working on Mary Carl's extension to her aviary today. It's not for the Victorian crown pigeons. It's not for the Australian crested doves. It's for her pigeons that are in that purple pigeon palace. It's for them to have access to the outdoor world. And I've been working on it. As a matter of fact, I just got back from the lumber store before this live because I am going to get finished with that this week. Especially if the weather stays the way it is.
And that's going to be right next to the other aviary too.
Yeah, I'll try to show that in one of my videos, but it's been going on too long. I've been dragging it out, and we're waiting on our fence and stuff to all come in so we can get started on that. But I want to try to get this finished, one project at a time.
We have not found out about our well. We need to touch base with that gentleman.
I called him for the second time.
Yeah.
And he still did not return my call. So I'm going to touch base with him one more time. Of course, I'm not going to go with the first person that gives us a price, but I need some more research done.
So anyway, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for I got one more thing I need to mention, and that is Arlo's groomer, Miss Jan. She has a litter of English cream golden retrievers. If that's anything that you've been looking for, a cream colored golden retriever, and it's the English version, she can be seen. Her Facebook page is DANJEN Kennels on Facebook. Dan Jen Kennels.
Dan Jen Kennels.
She has 3 boys and 3 girls available now, and she asked me to share that with you guys. So
Yes.
I am sharing it. We will not have any more dogs at our house,
No.
but you may want one yourself. So if an English golden retriever, that's a mouthful, is something that's on your list, may want to reach out to it.
That's right.
Holly DNA has not came back.
It is in process, but they said it may
Yes.
take 2 weeks.
We got an email that says it's in the lab, but no results yet. So we're ready. We're ready for some results.
Do all of Mary Carl's pigeons fly, or just certain ones?
Just certain ones.
She only lets certain ones out. And y'all can watch the videos. If y'all will see them, I bet they're almost in every video. You'll see a flock. It looks like it's about 10.
Yeah.
Of white. I know they're not solid white. I know there's some different colors in there, but you'll see just a huge thing of white birds fly. And I've seen people say, "What is that in the videos?" That's Mary Carl's pigeons.
Yeah, and so she has different bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
For example, she has some parents that were from Michigan. They were shipped here from Michigan. We went to the post office and picked up a mama and a daddy. That was 2 of her starter birds.
Yes.
She can never let those birds fly because you know what will happen? They'll go back to Michigan. That's their homing instinct.
That's right.
Now, there are some times that you can train them to do that, but she doesn't want to take a chance. So the ones that she flies were born here.
That's right.
And they are used to, this is their home. This is their home and instinct. So that's where they go back to.
So you'll see them. I mean,
we don't take them down the road anymore.
No, we don't take them
She
down
got
the road
scared. She never lost one, but she knows so many people that lose birds, and it's scary to her. So she just lets them out and fly around here.
That's right.
And y'all, luckily, we haven't had any predator problems.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, I mean, it's about to become aerial predator time here in Alabama because food becomes scarce for hawks and such.
That's right.
There was a video recently where you guys thought that you saw some hawks flying over, but they weren't hawks. They were vultures.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that frequents around here. But hawks are not an issue right now. When their food gets scarce, we'll have to maybe cross another bridge. But
fall and winter is when we have issues.
Yeah. So
it's
just the time of the year. Their food is plentiful.
That's it.
So will we be back here on Tuesday?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to be back on regular schedule Tuesday at 4:00, and y'all go catch Chestnut Hills on their live. Chestnut just went live. So
Chestnut just went live.
We got to shut it off. Respect for our friends.
Hey, we'll see y'all later. Y'all be good.